SARS-like virus, which has infected hundreds in China.
COVID-19.
The U.S. Embassy in Beijing confirms the first American death.
Store shelves nationwide are dwindling.
He's tested positive for the virus. The U.S. reported more than 100,000 daily cases.
It's going to get worse, and then I don't know how far along until we do something drastically.
This is the most drastic action we can take.
Governors in those states are now being forced to reckon with the one order they'd restricted for days, if not weeks.
Stay home.
My name is John Ryan, and I'm a biological oceanographer.
John works at the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute, where he and his colleagues research the depths of our oceans and work toward educating the world about marine life.
The study we recently published is about shipping noise in the ocean and how it was reduced during the COVID pandemic, earlier in the COVID pandemic, due to economic slowdown. And that slowdown is, of course, due to the fact that we transport most of our goods through shipping on the ocean.
Using a hydrophone anchored thousands of feet below the ocean surface, the team at MBARI has been able to record and analyze terabytes of acoustic data, capturing sound from ships, oil rigs, and wildlife like this blue whale.
The big takeaway from our study was that the ocean was quieter, specifically at the low frequencies that are produced by industrial shipping, commercial shipping, and our noise can have a major impact on the ability of marine animals to communicate. And that's because sound travels powerfully in the ocean. And powerfully means far and fast. Sound travels about 5 times faster in water than in air. And it also retains its energy better.
That energy retention means even thousands of feet from shipping lanes, marine life is subjected to oppressive soundscape regularly.
Because it is the low frequency sounds, by that I mean below 100 hertz, that's going to affect animals that use low frequency communication, and that is mostly the baleen whales. Those species are endangered, by the way, so if we are going to protect and help them recover from the decimation of their populations that occurred during commercial whaling, this is an important dimension of helping them to recover, protecting their acoustic habitat.
Monterey Bay is one of the most protected aquatic regions in America, yet human interference still makes its way into the lives of its inhabitants.
We're recording in the middle of a national marine sanctuary. We're not next to any major port where there's always a lot of shipping traffic and shipping noise. And yet we were still able to hear the changes due to COVID very clearly. Even though we're recording 3,000 feet below the ocean surface, we can hear rain and wind at the surface. That's how well sound travels.
While COVID's effects on the shipping industry may have temporarily reduced man-made noise, the issue has had scientists concerned for a long time.
Studies published even in the 1990s demonstrated how shipping noise has been increasing, by nearly doubling every decade for the last 3 to 4 decades. There are studies that have shown how that rising noise background shrinks the communication space of the animals that use sound to communicate. So their world essentially shrinks. And there are many studies of how mammals use sound. And that's the field we need to understand, because we can't understand our noise impacts and the harm that they can cause unless we understand how the animals use sound.
It is thought that whales and other marine mammals use sound for communication, feeding, and navigation. But when their environment is flooded with sounds from ships or machinery, those tasks can become increasingly difficult.
But also some studies actually look at the behavioral disturbance that results from our noise. They actually put tags on the animals and see how the animals respond to noise, like simulation of sonar. And these tags will just attach to the animal with a suction cup and stay on for a while, and then when they fall off, then the researchers can retrieve those tags and learn everything that was observed. I think the most important step humanity can take is to connect with the life in the ocean, right? How can we care about something if we don't feel connected to it?